Hi, this is Marcus, and today's lesson is chocolate. Chocolate is a food that everybody loves, and it's, you know, it's just one of those things that, whether it's men or women, it's just one of those cravings that, oh, chocolate, good chocolate, chocoholics, chocolate lovers, whatever you call yourself. I want to talk about the chocolate we use here at the restaurant. Since we do everything ethical and organic and sustainable, of course we do that with our chocolate as well. The majority of the chocolate that we use here in the restaurant, this is very important, comes from a single estate in Ecuador. It's all raw, it means no excessive heat processing or excessive heat roasting to keep the enzymes intact. It's left at low temperatures. The cacao, or chocolate, we can call it cacao, comes from fair trade, through a fair trade status. And this is very important because the majority of the chocolate that's on the market comes out of Africa, and in Africa it's not such fair trade. In fact, it's sometimes downright slave labor that these companies are doing, and the big companies like Nestle's and all them, Hershey's, they turn their nose at all this, and they say, you know, they've made official statements, some of these companies have, and they said, well, you know, we're not, it's not in our intent to police fair practices, we just want to get good chocolate into, you know, produce good chocolate. So the big companies really don't care about this, or if they do, they're really not, you know, in a stance to pay more money because it would cut away from their profits. Fair trade chocolate costs more. But really, if you do some research, and if you go to John Robbins' website, Food Revolution, I think it's foodrevolution.org, you'll see that he really pinpoints that there's some horrific practices going on with chocolate. And as you know, there's that movie out there called Blood Diamonds, and how you know, there's a lot of people get killed for diamonds. Sort of the same thing with chocolate. I mean, boys are sold into slavery. Same thing with sugarcane, by the way, too, in some of these countries. But boys are sold downright into very unfair labor practices. They're promised things, bikes and this and that, and they have to end up working on these chocolate plantations, and it's not good at all. And of course, most Americans say, well, you know, I don't see it, so it doesn't affect me. Well, we're not like that at Aroma Thyme. We don't see it, and it does affect us. So we want to make sure that our money, our money, and the customer's money is going to the proper places. So by all means, our chocolate here at the restaurant is fair trade. There's no slave labor involved in it. I have a couple blog posts throughout the website on how we do not use any slave labor chocolate. Very important. It's not really in the limelight yet to most consumers. So an educated consumer on chocolate, they're actually going to know about that. But guess what? All of your big brand chocolates out there are going to be involved in some kind of unfair labor practices. Unfortunately, a safe way around it is to get an organic certified chocolate, because those are going to come from typically South America. There's no really organic certification coming out of Africa that I know of, or that when I did my research at the time last year, there was no certification for that. And South America, their labor practices are much fairer. So that's the advantage. And so at Aroma Thyme here, not only we use organic, it's organic chocolate, raw chocolate, fair trade chocolate. And fair trade, I mean no slave labor. The farmer gets more money. It's a phenomenal setup, of course. So we can still keep loving chocolate and feel good about the people that are actually producing our chocolate. So today's lesson was chocolate at Aroma Thyme. It's extremely important. Besides all the health benefits in chocolate, you know, we want to benefit the people that are actually working there in the land. So that's our obligation, of course, here at Aroma Thyme, is health, and sort of I want to say our obligation is health, and our obligation is to the environment. So all that correlates with each other. So, and we definitely want ethical practices. So please tell our customers, if they ask, that we have fair trade chocolate, no slave labor. And if you get into a conversation about it, please fill them in. It's very, very, very important subject. Thank you very much for listening. Ask me if you have any questions.